Fashion Week was confirmed and the world was literally shaking. Hashtags about him dominated social media, international coverage was non-stop, and even people who had never heard of BTS were starting to get curious. One question kept ringing in the minds of many: what will Jimin do this time? That day we all witnessed how Jimin, with his aura of a global star, transformed the airport into an impromptu runway, silencing the world and, of course, making a certain Jungkook even more enamored with him. The euphoria was everywhere. Hashtags about Jimin filled Twitter, Instagram, and even TikTok. Armies prepared digital banners, edited photos, and even fan-made videos as expressions of pride. His presence was no longer just an appearance, but a long-awaited global celebration. Fashion and entertainment media competed to write predictions: what clothes he would wear, what hairstyle he would choose, and how he would wow the invited guests. And now the answers were beginning to emerge. The airport, usually just a transit area, suddenly transformed into an unexpected stage. The moment Jimin stepped inside, the atmosphere changed. The hustle and bustle of the terminal suddenly stopped, as if everyone was transfixed. Every eye, both the fans who had been waiting for hours and the casual passengers passing by, was completely focused on him. In a cream-striped shirt paired with slim-fit black trousers, Jimin looked like a moving painting. He wore the shirt casually with a few buttons undone, revealing his smooth skin. Simple yet captivating. He didn't need to overdo it, no flashy movements, because beneath that simplicity lay the charm that made him so special. The soft fabric of his shirt swayed with his steps as if dancing in the air. His golden blonde hair lit up in the natural light of the airport, reflecting a sheen that made him look like a high-fashion character stepped out of a magazine. Everyone knew Jimin wasn't just present. He enlivened the space, making it larger than its function. Every detail of his appearance was unnoticed. The thin chain necklace around his neck added a touch of elegance. A pair of small hoop earrings added a chic accent that blended nicely with his delicate face. Then there were the clear glasses he wore, a small detail that conveyed both an intellectual and mysterious impression. It was more than just fashion. It was a statement of identity. Jimin, elegant, intelligent, and enchanting. His gaze alone commanded attention. Calm yet magnetic. There was a personal magnetism that made it hard to look away. Photographers' cameras clicked non-stop, chasing his every step, every smile, every fleeting glance. They knew each shot was a piece of history. As soon as the photos spread on social media, the internet exploded. Hashtags about Jimin shot to the top of global trends within minutes. The praise flooded in endlessly. "How can someone look both an angel and a runway model in just a striped shirt?" wrote one account. Another called him Living Dior, as if Jimin were the very embodiment of the French fashion house's elegance. Many argued that Paris Fashion Week actually started earlier. Not at the main venue, but at the airport, when Jimin arrived and captured the world's attention. As a global ambassador for Dior, Jimin doesn't just wear clothes, he brings them to life. Every time he appears at an official Dior event, there's always something different. The fresh aura he exudes makes the legendary brand feel younger, more vibrant, and closer to a global audience. For Dior, Jimin is not just a face but a symbol, a modern elegance that transcends cultural boundaries. But what makes him extraordinary isn't just the clothes he wears, but how he fills the space. That day, Jimin wasn't just a traveler at the airport. He was the center of gravity. Everyone was drawn into his orbit. Fans who witnessed the moment described it as unforgettable. "It felt like watching a scene from a movie we'll cherish for the rest of our lives," wrote one army. Jimin walked with a steady stride, his faint smile capable of melting anyone. His movements were confident but never arrogant. He exuded the aura of a global star, yet maintained the warmth of a friendly soul. And of course, behind all the spotlight, there's one man who's undoubtedly more captivated than anyone else: Jungkook. Fans have long noticed how Jungkook is often at a loss for words whenever he sees Jimin shine. If the whole world is already mesmerized, imagine what it must be like for Jungkook, the one who knows him better than anyone else. With his golden hair, warm smile, and effortlessly captivating style, This time Jimin might just make Jungkook fall even deeper, even more captivated and even harder to look away. Paris Fashion Week has always been a magnet for fashion lovers. But this time something is different. Guests, the media and even the designers themselves know. The spotlight is on Jimin. They're not just waiting for the latest Dior collection, but also for the small moments he creates. Whether a smile, a wave or just a glance. Everything will go viral. Everything will be talked about. And this is just the beginning. His mere presence at the airport is already creating global waves. One can only imagine what will happen when he actually sits in the front row of Dior, under the spotlights, with the runway sparkling and international cameras focused on him. The fashion world will mark that day as a turning point. The day a K-pop idol didn't just show up at Fashion Week, but redefined the meaning of global elegance. For many it wasn't just about fashion. It was about how Jimin, with his grace, could move hearts, change moods and inspire pride. He bridged music, fashion and pop culture in one person. Paris was ready. The cameras were waiting. The world held its breath. But even before it began, Jimin had already won everyone's hearts. With one smile, one step, he proved himself to be the legend we were witnessing. And for Jungkook, who probably secretly watched every one of Jimin's airport videos, one thing was certain. He would become even more captivated, and it would become increasingly difficult to hide the depth of his admiration. Jimin didn't just show up. He redefined elegance and once again made the world fall in love. Paris was ready, the world held its breath, but Jimin was always one step ahead. With one smile, one step, he had conquered it all. And for Jungkook, who was probably secretly gazing at every detail of Jimin, the feeling was even more palpable. Awe, fascination, and an inability to look away. Jimin didn't just arrive. He left a trail of elegance that we will always remember. Ultimately, Jimin didn't just leave footprints on the airport floor, but also a deep imprint on the hearts of all who witnessed him. He proved that elegance isn't just about clothes, but about the soul that wears them. Paris may be gearing up for the glitz and glamour of Fashion Week, but the world knows. The real celebration began the moment Jimin smiled for the first time. And amidst all the spotlight, there was one gaze that might have been unseen by the cameras, but no less meaningful: Jungkook's. Because to him, Jimin wasn't just a global icon, not just a Dior ambassador, but someone whose radiance was always too beautiful to ignore. With one step, one smile, Jimin made the world pause. He wasn't just a star, he was a miracle that made everyone, including Jungkook, fall in love again and again.